9 games left in the League 1 season, and it's going to be interesting. I'm waiting to see exactly how we're going to throw our first place lead away. Something tells me it's going to be injuries, because we're literally a really badly bruised shin from just having it all fall apart. And to make things worse, someone from Chelsea is coming to every single one of our games, and they're talking at Kaplan in the press as well. Hopefully today, if we win the Coupe League final, that'll convince him that, yeah, we are on the right track, and he'll stay. Fingers crossed, that's what we're going to do. My name's FM19, and this is the Return on Gloria with SC Bastia, episode 112. Well, just the 2 games since we last played, we had a 4-0 win against Lens at home. Tomasi a goal, Pichon a brace, Kaplan a goal. We were then home against PSG. Rashidi had a goal in the 2nd minute, and then we literally just held on. It wasn't a thrilling game by any stretch of the imagination. Mbappe equalized in the 19th minute. We had 14 shots, 5 on target. PSG had 10 and 4. They had a decent possession advantage, but they couldn't do anything with it. They played this I guess you'd call it a 5-3-2 or a 5-1-2-2 DM, which I don't think I've ever seen them play before. But this is the first game they played after Allegri left to take over Bayern, so their assistant coach was in charge. We did okay. We did enough to not lose, which was all I was hoping for. We played not exactly a rotated side. I mean, Mercurio may be the only one that I would consider not a full-time starter, but still, the guys weren't exactly match fit. This could have gone either way. We got a draw, though, and that's what counts. We didn't lose points. We actually gained a point. And as of now, with 29 matches played and 2 games in hand on PSG, we are still 2 points ahead of them. They've drawn another game. They're stumbling this year, which frankly is what we needed in order to beat them. Kaplan still leads us with 38 goals and a 7.76 rating. Tomasi 14 assists, almost an 87% pass completion rate. 13 Players of the Match awards for Hussein. Rashidi has 9 yellow cards. We're doing really well. Our offense is absolutely clicking. Our defense is doing just enough. But like I said, we're an injury away, or we're 1 bad injury or 2 moderate injuries away from just having it all fall apart. The other thing I'm worried about is I didn't want to put out a weakened side against PSG to give them the opportunity to make up any ground on us should they win. So I played a really strong side, probably my best 11 as it stands right now. Then we're playing Marseille in 3 days, and we really need a Coupe League final win. We need some sort of silverware this year. So I may be starting some players who are going to be sub 90%. And frankly, if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. So I'm going to set the best 11, check the reserves. I'm going to come back for a match in the Coupe League final against Marseille in just a bit. We are hosting today, and we're playing our 4-2-4, Olaf in goal. Robert, Kern, Valencia, and Flores is the defensive back 4. Rashidi and Lemos is the midfielders. Martinez and Tomasi is the attacking midfielders. Kaplan and Pichon up top as the strikers. This is Lemos' first game back in a while, but I wanted to get him on the field. He did play a reserve game. I'm not quite sure where that yellow card comes from, to be honest with you. I don't remember him playing the last few games, but then again, it's been a couple of days since I sat down to play. Marseille is playing a very narrow formation. Okay, boys, let's do some good. Gil for Marseille centers it to Vinicius, over to Toledo, out into space. Vinicius is going to run it down, taps it back to Lasamba. Challenge bounces off a Bastia player, goes right to Jasenovic, over to Toledo, to Palacios. He holds it up, centers it to Elizade, who blows it by Orlov. Good grief. Not the start we were looking for. Tomasi picked up a knock, but that's why he's looking exhausted. We'll get him off at the half. Speaking of the half, we're coming up on the half. 3 shots, 1 on target for us. 2 shots, 2 on target for Marseille. They have the lead by virtue of that Elizalde goal. Goal in the 4th minute. We're going to bring Mateo on for Lemos and start the second half here. Come on, guys. I totally didn't want to bring off Lemos. I wanted to bring off Tomasi. Speaking of Tomasi, he has the ball. Over to Mateo. Long pass, Martinez on the left. He's got help behind him. He's going to cross it in. Pichon centers it, knocked away. Pichon follows it up. Again, knocked away. I'm so used to Tomasi playing the center instead of the right. But we're 62 minutes in. We'll take Tomasi off. Bring on Valet. We're going to bring on Hawk in place of Valencia. Switch him with Kern. Come on, boys. Allison. Corner kick in. Orlov plucks that out of the air. Holds on to it, rolls it out to Kern. Up to Valet. Drives forward, long pass towards Kaplan. Cross it. He does. Clark knocks it away, though. Hawk's going to get it. Out to Robert. He crosses it in. That Valet's there, and he scores. Nice. I'll be honest, I don't know what's going on graphics-wise, and frankly, I'm at my wit's end about it, and I'm not really going to worry about it too much. We're getting close to August. FM20, August, September, maybe, if Miles is correct on the Twitter. Coming up on 90 minutes, and Flores just picked up an injury. Okay, let's see what happens here. Extra time kickoff. Do I get a sub? I do. So Flores is going to come off. Mendez is going to come on. Opening kickoff. Martinez. Back to Robert. To Mateo. Crosses it in. Valet's there. He's got help. Taps it back to Mendez. Who holds it up. Over to Valet. Tries crossing it in, but he bounces it off a Marseille player. Elizalde runs it down. Drives forward. In between the defenders. Over to Lincoln. Jeez. Orlov just stood there like his feet were made of stone. Guys, come on. Lusamba, Jasinovic. Over to Palacios. Out to Gil on the right. He holds it up to Toledo. Back out to Gil. Crosses it in. Lincoln's there. Orlov, nice stop. Bucanera. Toledo off the post. Son of a gun. We are absolutely throwing it away here. This is like the third final in a row we've lost. Got him on the very attacking. Robert on the throw on to Kaplan. Knocked back to Robert. He sends it in. Pichon's there. Just wide right. We're going to lose another final. Son of a gun. Lusamba drives forward. Lincoln. Three extra time goals. It's bad enough we lost. We lost at home. In extra time, no less. Mendez on a 6-0. Everybody had subpar games. Son of a gun. The good news is, if there is any good news, we're playing Montpellier next, and they're the last team in Ligue 1. And we're playing PSG in the Coupe League semi. So, I'm going to save this, do the after-game press conferences and whatnot, and we'll come back with the match against PSG in the French Cup in just a bit. Montpellier was the last team in Ligue 1, and I played a really rotated side. And, of course, we got their A-game. Had to bring on Hussein Kaplan because Valet took a knock, and I didn't want to lose him to further injury by playing him. Kaplan was on the bench. He was pre-rested. He came in, absolutely saved the day with a hat-trick's worth of goals, including an extra-time goal. 13 shots, 7 on target for us, 7 shots, 4 on target for Montpellier. Sergio Mateo went off with a double yellow card. I fined him. Now he's not happy. No, I won't play anymore. It's that point in the season. I'm just really kind of done. Martin Vermeer injured himself yet again and is out another 4 to 7 weeks again. I don't know if this is a case of spending good money after a bad player. He is fairly susceptible to injuries, but he enjoys big matches. Probably because he's watching them from the sidelines. I don't know. But Today, it's PSG in the Coupe League. Winner plays Troyes. And I'm going to set that up here, set the best 11. We're going to come back with that match in just a bit. They got Macon playing striker. I don't know that they're taking us seriously. And frankly, that's okay. They still got a really good squad, though. Orlov in goal for us. Robert, Valencia, Kern, and Flores as the defensive back four. Lemos and Rashidi as the midfielders. Martinez and Tomasi as the attacking midfielders. Kaplan and Pichon up top as the strikers. Should we beat PSG today, the remaining teams in the tournament are not all that good. Then again, Montpellier wasn't all that good, and they held us scoreless for at least a half. It was just, God, we were horrible that game. Tomasi on the corner kick. Short kick to Flores. Brings it forward, sends it in. Bounces back and forth. And Robert finally gets it in the crowd and slots it past the PSG keeper. Is it Bianchi? No, it's not Bianchi. It is Bianchi. Bianchi on the goal kick. Over to Bedoya. He holds it up. Long pass towards Macon. Too far, though. Kern's going to get it. Nice first touch, but he sends it right to Barkoki, who drives forward over to Macon, takes the shot, curls it wide right. And they just lost Oramus. Pereira on the throne for PSG. Knocked away. Cesar's going to run it down, though. Over to Oramus. Taps up to Shu. Back to Oramus. Drives left. Holds it up. Back to Shu. Sends it to Barkoki. Over to Cesar. Back to Barkoki. They're playing in front of the box. Lesovoy taps it forward. Takes the shot, but he pushes it wide left. That was a bullet dodged. Tell the boys to concentrate here. As Kaplan sends it out, I think. I wasn't looking at the... Sorry. Kaplan from the throw-in. Centers it to Lemos to Rashid. Top the box. Oh, wow, what a strike. Oh, he was waiting for that. Just absolutely thundered it home. Macon over the crossbar. I really like Rashidi. I think he's going to go... if I can keep him... He's going to become a fixture on the midline for years to come. Oramus to Shu. Crosses it, but Lesovoy couldn't catch it. Centers to Barkoki. It's knocked away. Cesar's going to run it down. Over to Pereira. Crosses it in. Knocked away by Kern. Shu. Oh, too hard. Tomasi has it. Over to Pichon. Long cross towards Kaplan. Takes the shot just wide left. Coming up on half, we are taking a 2-0 lead into half. Okay, we're 60 minutes in here. Kaplan's not having the best game. So we're going to take him off and bring on Valet. We're going to bring Tomase off and bring on Lavalle. Robert on the throw-in. To Valet, back to Robert. Crosses it. Flores, top the ball. Oh, jeez. Oh, at the bottom corner of the D, just absolutely blasted it. That was just like Rashidi, but on the opposite side. Holy cow, that was a shot. And those two players usually don't score. Louis, back to Bedoya. Over to Kamara. Up to Pinto. Crosses it over to Macon, who holds it up. Back to Kamara. Drives forward, cuts between the defenders, but dispossessed. Tries knocking it in, but bounces back and forth. Barkoki ends up with it. Over to Lewis, back to Barkoki. Cuts right to Lesovoy. Back to Barkoki. Over to Lewis. Up to Pinto. Rounds the corner. Taps over to Lesovoy in the crowd. And Orlov doesn't do anything to stop that. I suspect Orlov did something, it's just you couldn't tell from the animation. Barkoki on the corner kick in, but Orlov plucks that out of the air. Oh, right to Cesar. Lesovoy. Oh, no, he got by Lemos. Looked like Lemos dispossessed him, but nope. DeLitt has it. Up to Pinto. Rounds the Bastia player and then skies over the crossbar. Only 3 minutes of extra time. This should be it here. Pereira to Pinto. Oh, too soft a pass. Robert has it. Valika is he's not going to get there before Louis does. Bianchi sends it forward. Cesar has it up to Macon, and that is the game. We beat PSG in the French Cup quarterfinal. 15 shots, 6 on target for them, 16 shots, 4 on target for us. A huge possession advantage, but it did not help them at all. Well done, boys. Solid play by the defense. Especially with Flores, Robert, and Rashidi getting goals. So we're going to play Troyes. The Monaco match was rearranged. So it's literally coming up in 2 games. Okay. So I guess we'll do Troyes Nantes. We're 5 points ahead of PSG with a game in hand. There's still a chance we could throw it away, though. So Kaplan, 41 goals for the season. I really hope I can keep him, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. What's his one con? Tendency not to get stuck in. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Well, a pretty horrible game in the Coupe League final. The fact that we lost in extra time is just salt on the wound there. It was an ugly, ugly loss, and we played like we didn't deserve to win, and we didn't. But we beat a pretty good PSG team pretty handily, which has me a little bit worried. So Troyes could beat us. I think Marseille is one of the other teams that's playing. I want silverware this year. I talked about it last year. We had our chances, and we need some sort of silverware this year, or I'm going to have a revolt on the squad. So I have to wait and see what happens. If you liked what you've seen and heard, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content. Questions, criticisms, comments, leave those down below. I'll answer it as fast as I can. My name is FM19, and I thank you for watching the Return on Gloria with SC Bastia, episode 112.